Hi, this is Dyce Kimura. I'm a Skype guitar instructor, and I'm doing a review today on this beautiful Tayor. It's called the K26CE, and it's all made out of a Hawaiian koa body. So the back and the sides and the top are all koa, and I'll get into the woods in a second. Let's just give this a listen. Absolutely gorgeous. Check it out. So I'm doing a review on this, and I'm a full-time professional guitar player. I teach full-time, I perform full-time, and I've been playing this guitar all day long for like the last couple of days so I could get ready for doing this review, and I'm really impressed. A friend of mine lent me the guitar for the sake of doing this review. And it's my first time. I've played koa guitars before, but it's my first time like sitting with a koa guitar for days and days and days and really studying the way it plays. And I gotta tell you, it's a very sweet tone. The bottom end, the bottom and the highs are what you would expect from a high-end Tayor. And I have an 814 back there. I don't know if you can see it. Let me adjust the camera. There's an 814, which is just like this sound, I would say, but that characteristic mid-range isn't there. This has a very sweet, fuzzy, warm mid-range that's unique to this guitar. Okay, I want you to hear it acoustically, so this is going to be just using the mic on the camera, not using the 2.0 expression system where I've hooked into an amplifier, but this is with the amp off. Okay. Very nice sound. Okay, so let's get into some of the details of this guitar. So this is a two-piece koa body, and it's so seamless that I actually thought it was a one-piece, but it's in fact two. This is really masterfully done, the craftsmanship. The bridge and the saddle are bone. Then you're gonna have the we got this beautiful maple trimming on the outside for all the binding that matches here. Really nice craftsmanship. This is totally seamless. I can run my finger against it and you don't feel any bumps. This is just totally smooth. Like what you would expect from a Tayor, this is a very nice exquisite inlay, which is also wood, maple with an ebony neck. Okay, and the feel of it is a Tayor, and I play Tayors. I got a Martin HG35. That's my house guitar, but the Tayor is my main stage guitar, and I am a professional performer. I like it because of the action and also the acoustics of the way it sounds plugged in. The 2.0 expression system I'm a huge fan of. So if you're wondering about this particular guitar and how it compares to all other Tayors, I would say it's pretty much just like an 814, which I have, except you're getting a sweeter mid-range, okay? And then, of course, there's the cosmetics of it. So it's the rare wood and the master craftsmanship you're getting in the inlay and stuff. But let's listen to this sound through this expression system. let you hear this with some finger style. If I can locate my capo, I was going to do some finger style for you. Here's one. Okay, so we got... very warm mid-range. I'm sure you can hear it out there. By the way, I'm not using any EQing. I'm just straight dead at 12 noon and also on the amp straight 12 noon. When I'm live, I tend to pull a Taylor down. I'll pull the highs down to right about there. It helps me to sound less clackety, okay? But for the sake of this video, I got it dimed out, okay? Very cool. So feel wise, I put 13s on here. The guitar came with 12s, but I felt like it was more responsive to a little bit of a thicker gauge, and I feel like the reason why the mid lows and the mids are just very, very warm and inviting in this guitar. I keep stressing that. I think in my professional opinion, this is the one selling point of this guitar tonally. And I am, because I'm a player, not a collector, I look at a guitar like what it can do for me tonally. Operationally, listen folks, this is a Taylor. It's a high-end Taylor, but even the low-end Taylors, they're pretty much all the same in terms of the feel of the neck, which is very nice. It's a very nice C neck. I have the specs here. It's 1 3/4 inch neck, head, and it looks like a maple neck, ebony fretboard, and then it's got this cool inlay, which is also maple. These are pretty much a standard Taylor feel in terms of the body shape of Grand Auditorium. So hopefully you're familiar with this stuff if you're interested in getting this guitar. But the real main selling point tonally is the mid-range. And from what I understand, the mids on a Koa continue to get sweeter and sweeter as time develops, okay? But they're already pretty spectacular. Play some figure style for you. Very cool. So I noticed in the upper register when I was playing it, a totally consistent feel. So, to give you some vigorous strumming also, this is with the amp off. It's really nice. I mean, to compare it to my Taylor, I think it, like I said, it has a little bit more of that sweeter mid sound. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with Taylor. Taylors are just awesome. Now, this is my personal opinion. Taylors, I use a Taylor on stage, and then I play a Martin in my room. I'm in my studio right now in my house, but when I'm home, I play a Martin when I'm unplugged. When I'm plugged in, I play a Taylor. And you just cannot beat a Taylor plugged in my opinion. Maybe you can, but you got to make 10 grand to make that happen. But they just got it dialed in. They got to figure it out. In terms of, if you're planning to buy a guitar that you know you're going to have to plug in, you should definitely get a Taylor. Okay? The only disadvantage of a Taylor is it's a smaller body and it doesn't have as much volume. Okay? Which is what I noticed on this guitar. And I put 13s just so that it can handle a little more spank and give me a little more resonance. But when I dial in the expression system, that's when the Taylors really shine, is when you plug them in. Town now, that could be a little too much shimmering high, and that's why live I back it down. So even if when I pound the strings, I roll those highs all the way down to about like 9 o'clock or 9:30, and I roll my volume down a little bit. But look at how the guitar handles this level of attack. I'm using a 0.73 millimeter Dunlop pick, and I'm giving it some pretty nice heavy strumming there. And you can hear like the percussiveness coming through the expression system. Bring it back to fingerstyle. I'm noticing on this guitar, either fingerstyle or playing with a pick, both of them, the guitar handles great. And the reason I bring that up is this does not have a pick guard. That's to showcase the beautiful color top, but it's also kind of implying a more sensitive way that it wants to be treated, so basically, if you use this on the road or on tour or something with like serious strumming, you could scratch up the top. So it depends the way you play. I mean, I tend to keep my picking just right over the sound hole, but if you're like one of those people that really digs, you might end up scratching it up. So it kind of leads me to think that maybe the designer was thinking more of a finger style. Play a little Hendrix for you too, just to balance this out. how huge and deep that bass is. Really love it. And I'm digging with the pick, and I'm noticing I got no break up the bottom and holds totally solid. You know, if I try something more on the 5th fret. Hopefully you can hear how much those mids really come out and shine. The lows are there, but it's not boomy. They're bold like iron, you know. I feel like it's almost like a bass. Like it sounds like a bass, but it has all the spank of a high-end Taylor, and it has the mids of something that's really unique. Like I said, I just restrung these with 13s. I had 12s on here in standard, and there was just something lacking. I felt like if I was going to let the wood really bloom, that it needed a little more of a gauge in there. So I restrung them with 13s, and I feel like that's the right gauge for this guitar, in my humble opinion. I have another video on YouTube where I'm actually jamming in 12s at a half step down and doing a lot of lead work on that. And I enjoyed playing it in 12s and at a half step down, but I think that if you're really going to make this guitar bloom in the way that the wood wants to bloom in terms of the full resonating, 13s is the way to go. I hope I don't sound too pushy, but that's my opinion. What can I say? Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that. You can get the link below to buy the guitar off Amazon. Make sure you comment and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. I'll see you at the next video. Thanks.